Hey guys and gals, now we're here from Drake Wing Gaming and 70 Mounts Twitter, the Gaming Drag. Today I'm coming back at you to the Let's Play episode of Rain Check. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump right back into it, shall we? Alarm chain, you were up, and let's go! Alrighty. I gestured toward a corner of the room filled with tall-stemmed plants. Okay. The reindeer hurries ahead, and I struggle to keep up with him. He's already inspecting the plants by the time I arrive. Say, if you don't mind me asking, what were you guys doing last night? Another photo shoot for your magazine? Yeah, well, the photos you took look so good I decided to come back for more. But did he really need to book the entire garden? My thoughts interrupted as I catch sight of something shiny buried within the dirt. Hey, I think I found something. Really? Is it my keys? I brush off the dirt, and both of us awkwardly fix our gaze on a shiny rectangular pebble in the soil. False alarm. Let's go back to searching. But we've searched everywhere. I've lost my keys for good. Oh no, he's going to cry, isn't he? That's not true. We haven't looked on the other side yet. But we didn't go over there last night. The reindeer shakes his head sorrowfully. It's all over. It's all over for me. What am I going to tell my secretary? What am I going to tell my dad? Even if we can't find it, most cars these days can be started with your phone app, right? So it's not too bad. Oh, yeah. But the car's not actually mine. It's my dad's, and it's also vintage. He's going to be so mad. David kicks the dirt in a sulking manner. I'm not sure what to do in this situation. We've combed through this entire area. It'll be okay. I'm sure your dad will understand. You think so? I really don't know where it could have gone. 1 second it was in my pockets, and the next it's gone. The reindeer rummages through his coat pocket, his eyes immediately darting back up to me. My keys! He pulls out his key fob and waves it in front of me gleefully. I found my keys! Why am I not surprised? That's great, you... He leaps at me and envelops me in a hug, his antlers smacking against my face. Oof! I found my keys! I thought I'd lost them! I try my best to peel the reindeer off of me as he hops around ecstatically. Heh, that's good, but didn't you already check your pockets? I swear I did, but I couldn't find them. Oh well. Hooray! Thank you, Mr. Theodore! Don't mention it. I didn't honestly do much. You've been a big help, and I'm really grateful. If there's anything you want, a favor or whatever, just let me know, okay? I shake my head as politely as possible. It's fine, you seriously don't need to... I insist. Okay, I'll think about it. Yay! When are you leaving, Mr. Theodore? Later this week? Why? Perfect, my father has to present later this evening, so I hope you can make it to the presentation or the after party, or maybe even both. Tonight? I'm not sure if I have any plans or not. That's okay, I'm staying in the main building, floors 63 to 64. Feel free to come by whenever. I can show my secretary just how cool you are. Huh, 2 floors? Yeah, the main entrance is on the 63rd floor, but my room is on the 64th floor, but I guess there's a side entrance you use on my floor. Just say you're looking for David and show them my business card if you still have it. Oh, okay, I do, and thanks, I'll keep that in mind. Energetic little fella. Well, now that you found your keys, were you planning on going somewhere with the car? His expression changes almost instantly, as if all the energy had been drained from him. No. I wish, though. I've just been stuck in my room listening to my dad and his friends talk about business while I'm just on my phone. It's so boring, I want to go out. Can't? I can. I really want to go back to the beach to take photos, but the weather's been so lousy lately. Every time I'm free to go out, it's raining or storming or both. He points outside, and I notice that it's drizzling through the glass. Yeah, I've noticed it's been raining a lot. I heard that it's been like that for, the past 2 weeks? Past few weeks? Really? That sucks. I hope I can get the chance to take those beach photos. The city has such a beautiful coastline, especially during the sunset. That does sound nice. Hopefully the weather clears up soon so I can check it out as well. It's almost like a conspiracy. What do you mean? The reindeer chuckles and starts gesturing wildly. There's someone reading my mind. Every time I want to go to the beach, they turn on the rain. At least that's how it feels. There's a sudden loud knock at the entrance, and I see Christopher poke his head in. Judging by your commotion, I assume you found your keys. Yeah, I found it. It was in my pocket all along. The bear shakes his head and glares at David as he beckons us out. If that's all, I'll be locking up. Okay, let's get out of here. Well, thank you again, Mr. Theodore. Don't mention it. I'm just glad you found your keys. Me too. Well, I'm gonna go back to my room before they notice I'm gone. See you later, Mr. Theodore. Thank you too, Mr. Christopher, security guard. He scurries off, leaving me uncomfortably alone with Christopher again. I think it's time for me to go. I still got some time to kill before I'm supposed to meet Rue here. I could technically wait at the lobby, but I'd just be on my phone. If that's the case, I should just chill in my room. At least there's a bed there. I sigh and flop on the bed, feeling utterly exhausted. My mind drifts back to the gardens, then to David, and finally to his father. They're technically public figures, right? I should probably check out their wiki pages if I plan to visit. Curious, I grab my phone and search for their names online. I know a few general things about Nodal Visions, like it's a rapidly growing global company, but I'm clueless about Nodal himself. I direct myself to a wiki page on Nodal Lyrics, scanning the page for anything interesting. Let's see, early life and education, looks pretty normal. Business career says he started manufacturing and selling AR headset blueprints in his basement, not surprising. I gloss over the rest of the page, but nothing really catches my eye until I reach the bottom where there's a section labeled Scandals. Victim of hacking. It's pretty short but filled with a lot of names and dates. Nodal's phone and laptop were compromised days after he joined a partnership with the Delta Antarctic Expedition, revealing scalding insider information about the oil industry. It looks like this happened just over a year ago. I decided to check over David on the wiki, but soon learned that his page is tiny compared to his father's. The page mainly mentions that he's turning 20 later this year and that he runs a magazine catalog, which is nothing that I didn't already assume or know. My concentration begins to wane and I can't suppress a yawn, making my fatigue suddenly apparent. I still have time. I can take a quick nap. The lobby's crowded with people now that it's closer to noon. Speaking of which, good thing I came down early. I can use this time to grab a bite. I scan the area for a coffee shop or something, but spot a familiar figure over by some sofas. Is that Javier? What's he doing here, and so early at that? I thought I was supposed to meet with Rue. I make my way over and spot the fox eating some kind of rat before he notices me as well and shoots me a look. Hey, Javier, you're here early. Good morning, Theodore. I could say the same about you. His attention returns to the wrap and phone in his paw. Before you ask, Rue went out to load his things in his car. Oh, what's going on? Where's he going? Did he not tell you? No, the only thing he told me was to come here at noon. Javier continues to stare apathetically at me as he finishes the last of his wrap. We finished what we came here to do. We'll be moving locations later tomorrow. Meaning Rue is checking out. I see. He smiles at me for a second before reaching for a small bag on the sofa and offering it to me. Are you hungry? No, it's okay. Take it. I can tell that you're hungry. I can't finish it. I graciously take the bag from the fox and take out the wrap before munching on it. Thanks. What is this? Fajitas. I take a bite, nodding at the rich flavor. Oh, this is good. Of course it is. I made them. The fox's tail wags briefly before his serious demeanor returns and he sizes me up. Listen, Rue told me everything this morning. Everything? Yes, everything. Do you really feel so strongly about your conviction? Or is it mainly just to get closer to Rue? His unexpected question leaves me taken aback, and his intense stare feels like it's delving into the depths of my soul. Just so we're clear, we both understand how Rue is, right? I think so, I reply, unsure of what Javier is implying. I'll be blunt, I don't care if you guys have sex, but if that's the main reason... What? No, it's not, really. I interrupt Javier firmly, feeling a mix of offense and flustered emotions from his remarks. I really feel strongly about all this, and I feel like I've done more these past few days than most of the stuff I've done in my life for a while. And I won't lie, a small part of me is doing this to get closer to Rue, but it's not for the sex. I look away in embarrassment, but there's no point in trying to lying to Javier. He already knows. Then what is it? I struggle to form a coherent sentence, my flustered state making it difficult to process my emotions. You understand this isn't a game, right? We are doing a job that requires precision, and the stakes are higher than ever now. I can't let you two be distracted by one another. Second, y'all. Water time. Alright, ladies and gents, and we are back. Let's jump back into it, shall we? Okay. I know. Fox sighs and pulls out a small tablet from a bag by his feet. But it's not like I don't see some potential in you. You're lucky I find you bearable and not a dead weight. I believe there are certain potential leads that we should explore with you at some point, too. That being said, I wasn't able to contact my boss, so this will have to do for now. He taps the tablet a few times before handing it over to me. Here, sign this. What is this, a contract? Yes, one which you'll need to sign if you wish to join us. You'll be labeled as an ad hoc informant. Right. I nod, but a frown starts to form when I take a closer look at the contract. No independent action clause. Non-interference with law enforcement clause, ethical boundaries clause, liability clause? I scroll through the document, revealing some more concerning headers. In short, you need to keep all... Whoa, let's calm. That's, In short, you need to keep all information regarding blah 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 blah. We hold you personally liable for any legal issues that arises from your actions during the investigation. I stare at Javier, who seems like he's just about done with me, before returning to the tablet. Isn't this a little too much? It's what's needed for our safety. I'm not forcing you to sign it. Do whatever you want. I will say, you are already upholding these stipulations, so it's not too much of an ask to have it in writing. Well, one more thing. If you sign it, we'll need to have our eyes on you at all times. You're our responsibility now. He shakes his head and rubs his temples, realizing the words he just said. So, sign it before I regret my decision. It seems like I don't have any other choice. I scroll down and neatly sign my name on the dotted line before passing the tablet back to him. Perfect. Let's wait for Rue to get back before we continue further discussions. No need to wait. I'm here. I can't help but smile upon seeing Rue, and he returns a quick nod at me. Took you long enough. Theodore had just finished signing the form. I'll see if I can get a hold of Andrew later. Good to know. That was the only option Javier and I could come up with. Yes, and now that you're back, we can go over the next steps. I suggest we discuss this away from prying eyes. Do you have everything you need? The fox stares at me impatiently. What do I need? Where are we going? Somewhere with some more privacy. You have everything you need on you? We won't be coming back later tonight to drop you off. I pat my pockets. Wallet, check. Phone, check. Yeah, all good. Javier gestures to Rue, his eyes still fixed on me. It's not that I don't trust him, but we need to keep a close watch on him at all times. There's no need for him to come back tonight. So I recommend he take his belongings, as he'll be staying with us. Just how long is the investigation going to last? I'm only going to be here until the end of this week before I need to head back home. Yes, I'm aware of that. Rue also told me that you have no major commitments afterwards, so ARC will provide proper compensation for your time. This is contingent on how successful we are with the investigation. Unless you'd prefer to stay for the remainder of your time, I could stay with you at night. Javier clears his throat in annoyance. May I remind you, I'm the one driving, and I will not be babying you two back and forth every night, especially not to the downtown core. The wolf strikes Javier a snide stare, and it looks like they're about to argue. It's fine. I don't mind checking out early if it comes to it either. I'll get my stuff. Great. I suggest you say your goodbyes to the Grand Marine. We won't be returning except for checkout, as there might still be some use for access here. At least for now. Fox picks up his bag and starts walking towards the exit. I'll be waiting outside. I need to make room for Theodore. My attention returns back to Rue, who's looking at me sympathetically. You good? You look a bit lost. Yeah, I think I'm fine. Everything's just going a bit fast. But it should be expected, right? Yes, and what did you and Javier talk about? Oh, we spoke about the contract. I look away from Rue's watchful eyes. And about you. Me? About what? I shake my head and shrug back at the wolf. He thinks I'm trying to tag along just to get into your pants. But that's not true. Rue gives a deep, hearty chuckle. Ironic, coming from him. I admit, I came off a bit strong the other day. I'm still trying to work some things out. Alright, y'all, I'm actually going to pause it right there. Thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell. I love you all, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye-bye!